Scooby. Alright, so stay away to the ski lodge, the ski lift, stay away to Mount Yudono. This is the complete opposite to what it was like last year when I came with Quinlan and Master Hayasaka. It's fun, it's good. You don't climb mountains for a leisurely stroll. Maybe some people do, but I don't. Climb mountains to climb mountains. This hike's been really solemn. People come up to Mount Gassan to pay respects to the ancestors, or to pay respects to loved ones that they've lost. For me, the easiest one is my dad, but Mount Gassan has been used as such for millennia. So the Mount Gassan is the tallest of the Dewa Sanzan, 1984 meters, and it's where our spirits go when we pass away. So first, our spirits, when we pass away, they do their own form of Shugyo Yamabushi training in the mountains. And so first they go to the low-lying mountains, and they're guided by 13 Buddha as they make their way up to the top of, in our case, it's Mount Gassan, the tallest mountain in this region. Well, Mount Chokai is taller, but for people in Tsuruoka. And so I think a lot of the reason why Mount Gassan is referred to as the mountain of the past part of the reason is because this is where our ancestors go to, but it also resembles heaven with all the cloud and the snow, and it's said that when you pass away, you're guided by these 13 Buddha until you reach the summit of Mount Gassan. And when you're at the summit of Mount Gassan, you turn into a kami that looks over everyone else. And so it's said that the ancestors who are prayed to, who are worshipped, they turn into the good kami, and the ones that aren't, they turn into the kami that do evil. So that's why it's so important in Japan to pay respect to your ancestors, because otherwise they'll turn into bad kami and come and get you. So yeah, this is one way I think Japanese people deal with grief, is by coming to the mountains and then saying hello or feeling the presence of their loved ones. Yeah, it's a really beautiful mountain. I've been taking lots of shots with this, so I hope I do the mountain justice. Mount Gassan is awesome. And I climbed Mount Haguro on Monday. Today is Thursday. I climbed Mount Haguro on Monday. Then today climbing Gassan, and tomorrow morning we're gonna stay at the top of Mount Gassan. There's a lodge up there. I wanted to catch the night sky and the sunrise, but I don't think it's going to be that good. Then tomorrow we're going to climb down to Mount Yudono, which is it's basically we're doing the pilgrimage of rebirth. Led by a Yamabushi guide. Mount Yudono is it represents the place that we are reborn. So there's the object of worship there. You're not allowed to talk about it. You're not allowed to say what it is. Mount Yudono represents the world of the future. So it's where we meet our future selves. It's where we come face to face with our future selves. So, and Mount Haguro is the world of the present. It's where our desires of the current world, our worldly desires are granted. This is the 8th station of Mount Gassan. In the past, people would walk all the way up to here, and then they would keep going up to the top, obviously, but we just took the car up. Last year we did I walked the whole way from Mount Haguro to Yudono. That was really cool. Quinlan made a video about it. I'll add a link. Yeah, so there are 10 stations. So most mountains in Japan, the taller ones will have stations, 10 stations, and it's normally they're like an equal distance apart from each other, relatively speaking. But in the case of Mount Gassan, the stations are separated in terms of so that they're placed so that you have a rest where you need the rest the most. So they're placed where there's a place, they're placed after like a big steep hill, or a place where you can get some water as well. So we're just about to arrive at the 9th station of Mount Gassan. This means we're probably about 3/4 of the way from the 8th station to the summit. Yeah, it's quite rained a few times, but nothing too bad. It's really cool up here. Much cooler than down at the bottom. But here we go, here's the 9th station. Alright, this is the 9th station of Mount Gassan. It's right next to the Bushoike Lake. Small pond here. They live here during the summer months. I've stayed here before as well, you can stay here. They offer dinner and breakfast. And it's about 9,000 yen, I think. I recommend staying here if you can. Really nice people. And if you do stop here, make sure you buy something, because it's a bit expensive to run this place, so they need a bit of help if they can. And if you do use the toilet, it costs 100 yen. So bring some coins as well. Just past the 9th station. There's this mountain here. It's called Omawashiyama. Omawaseru, to make you think something. It's a trick. It's like, don't be fooled, because this looks like the summit, but it isn't. It's a bit hard to tell at the moment though, but could hear a voice. This part here is called Gyojagaishi. It literally means where the aesthetic turns around, because I think it was Kukai. Was it Kukai or was it Hennongyoja? So I'm going to have to get my facts checked, but there's a famous story here that this particular area is where one of the famous ascetics had to turn around. Gassan got too much for them, so yeah, turn around. It's not going to be us today, we're going to keep going to the top, so see the blue sky, it's nice. This part's a little bit difficult. This is probably the hardest part of the climb up from the 8th station. Really big rocks. Yeah, it's not that bad, and it stops pretty soon. But yeah, Gassan's pretty easy in terms of like elevation. So you climb up maybe I think about 500 meters, but it's relatively level, so you go up very gradually, but it's not that bad. Mount Atsumi. That was really hard. But this one's not so bad. However, the way up from Mount Yudono to the top of Mount Gassan, that's really tough. Ladders, big, huge boulders, some rivers to cross. This sign here says the abyss. No, I'm just joking. It's Haguro Shugendo. Sliding the descent down to Mount Yudono. The weather's pretty bad. It's really bad up here, but it's alright. It's fun. It's good. This isn't for the faint-hearted. You have to have a bit of a konjo, guts. Couple of ladders to climb down. It's all good. Destination in sight. Not long to go. Alright, right near the bottom. Well, right near the Mount Yudono. The shrine. Mount Yudono is not actually a mountain, it's just the shrine. There is a Mount Yudono. They found a mountain nearby and just called it. They're like, this is now Mount Yudono. Probably to make it the Dewa Sanzan. I don't know, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's not actually a mountain, Mount Yudono, so it's just this shrine here. Yeah, the shrine it's got this object of worship that represents where we are reborn, and so it's quite a sacred location, and you're not allowed to film there, so I'm not going to film it. It's been a really good hike, so it rained like the whole way, like, well, until we got to the place where we stopped for some water, but then it's been pretty dry out since then, and it's pretty normal for Mount Yudono, Mount Gassan. So this track that we did, so going from Mount Gassan to Mount Yudono, it's called the Ju-so, so it means to traverse sideways basically, and it's not for the faint of heart. It's pretty hard to get down from Mount Gassan to Mount Yudono. From the 8th station to the top of Mount Gassan, it's not that hard at all. But the second part from Gassan to Yudono is quite hard. This is the most dangerous part, I think. Very slippery, walking down a waterfall basically. Very slippery, huge rocks. So yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. You have to be ready for this. We stayed at the hut at the top of Mount Gassan, but you don't have to. You can do this in one day if you have a, well, either way you need a support vehicle, or you can take there's a bus normally, but right now there isn't. So you can order a taxi if you want. It's a bit expensive. I don't know, if you prefer, you can stay on the mountain or not. I think to do the trek from Mount Gassan 8th station to the top to Mount Yudono will take at least 7 hours, so you want to leave really early. I'd say you'd want to leave the 8th station at 8 AM at the latest, and you'd probably have to be pretty fast anyway. On good weather days though, you can get, well, we've done it in about 5 hours before with fast people. So this is a good way to accomplish, to summit 2 mountains at once. Do Haguro, then do Gassan and Yudono at the same time. It's a good way of doing it. Yudono is basically, it's a ridge off Mount Gassan anyway, so you just go to the top of Gassan and then climb down. Or you can do the opposite. Go to Mount Yudono first and then climb up to Mount Gassan. But that's pretty tough. I don't think I would recommend that. Or at least for beginners. This mountain is gorgeous, there's beautiful views everywhere. Today was a bit cloudy, so we couldn't see much, but I think I still got some pretty good shots. Yeah, traditionally Mount Yudono wasn't one of the Dewa Sanzan Like there was Mount Tohoku, Mount Gassan, Mount Hayama in the center of Yamagata, in the inland Yamagata prefecture, and then Mount Yudono was called the Okunoin, I don't know what you call it, like the shrine of the temple at the back. So people would they would have to go to Chokai, Gassan, Hayama before being able to go to Mount Yudono. So like it was quite a big thing to be able to get to Mount Yudono. And so it was really popular. Had millions, I'm not joking, millions of tourists, people would come each year. They would walk here as well, because at that time during the Edo period, like travel was allowed for religious purposes. So people say, yeah, we're coming here for a pilgrimage, it's a religious thing, so let us do it, and they're allowed to go. So yeah, that's why people would walk from like Chiba and stuff, 600 kilometers. I haven't walked that far yet. Those of you who have played the original Pokemon may recognize this name, but Mount Gassan literally means Moon Mountain. The kami of Mount Gassan is Tsukuyomi-no-Mikoto, the kami of the moon. Tsukuyomi-no-Mikoto is the Shinto manifestation of Amitābha Buddha, the principal Buddha in Pure Land Buddhism. The Midagahara marshlands are said to be where Amitābha Buddha resides. It's believed that when you visit Mount Gassan, you can also come face to face with those who you have lost. People also come to Mount Gassan to pray for a safe journey into the afterlife. This also explains why Mount Gassan is known as the Mountain of Death. It is said that if you climb each of the 3 Dewa Sanzan mountains, Mount Haguro, Mount Gassan, and Mount Yudono, that you can become reborn. Each of the mountains represents a different cosmic time. Mount Haguro represents the world of the present, Mount Gassan the world of the past, and Mount Yudono the world of the future. Naturally, you would normally go from the past to the present to the future, but the order in which you climb the Dewa Sanzan shows that it has its own cosmic time. Mount Gassan and the Dewa Sanzan were one of the main destinations for Matsuo Basho when he wrote Oku no Hosomichi, the narrow road to the deep north, arguably Japan's ultimate collection of haiku poetry. Mount Gassan gets almost 10 meters of snow at the summit annually. This means that its hiking season is actually quite short. You can only hike Mount Gassan from about July to mid-October. But this also means that Mount Gassan has the latest ski season in Japan, beginning in April. Watch my Mount Ubagatake video for more information on the ski season. The cost of staying at the summit was 10,000 yen, or about $100 US, but this included 2 meals, and these meals were really good, mainly comprising of vegetables taken straight from the mountains. Although it may not look like it, that hut was extremely cozy. It's really comfortable in here. Feels like home. But we're on top of a mountain, so... Very simple rooms. So 2 of us slept here. It's really good. It feels like a different world. You saw the weather we were contending with, so you can probably tell why, but we did not want to leave that mountain hut. I've written a very detailed article about Mount Gassan, including all the ways that you can climb up it at timbunting.com/Gassan. Please check it out. Thanks for watching the video today. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe so I can make more of these videos.